Riley last night sends me this link about there's none of this is confirmed, but this doesn't come from any like BS sites. This comes from like Hollywood Reporter.
This is THR, yeah.
And this is stuff that Jared Leto was having problems with CAA, and he left CAA. But one of the main problems that once he found out that Todd Phillips, they were just developing this movie, he tried to shut it down because they promised him the Joker movie. And then there were also reports that Warner Brothers was just unhappy with his performance in general in Suicide Squad. That's why it was cut down. He was supposed to have so many more scenes, and he only got like 10 minutes because they didn't like the performance. They said that there was never really a plan to make him another one. And then after this performance, because they weren't expecting Todd Phillips' Joker to do as well as it did.
Right.
This is the most interesting thing I found in this report. They said that, and it makes sense. The movie didn't cost that much to make.
70 mil.
Right. And they said, this is just going to be a smaller movie. It'll kind of go away. We'll focus on other things. Then it becomes a juggernaut. I mean, what's it made so far? $600 million or if not more?
738 as of last night.
God.
It is a beast.
Insane.
It's an absolute beast. And now there's talk about potential sequels. And someone said in this report, like an inside source, I think, for Warner Bros., how do you go back to Jared Leto's Joker now after this? And that's what people said in the first place. How do you do both? It's two different universes.
Not anymore.
Not anymore, because
they really need to look now.
They're going to look,
Joker, how it could work in their overall scheme of things.
You throw as much money as possible now at Joaquin Phoenix and get him back in another one of these big movies so you can carry over, and that's what they're going to do. And Jared Leto, it says it in this report, and I agree, he's done with the Joker. You're not going to see him do it again.
No.
Yeah. Anybody else feel differently?
So,
I am conflicted.
Yeah.
On Rumor Mill 2 weeks ago, I was like, we will be seeing Jared Leto again. It must have been longer than
live 2 p.m. PST Wednesday.
Hell yeah.
Boom.
Josh does a great job.
Did you believe that at the time before this report?
Yeah. Well, there's been little things like this that have been leaking out, but yes, I did. He's currently on his IMDb. He is slated for 2 more movies. One is the Jared Leto Joker movie. One is a Harley Joker movie. Mm-hmm. And even if it's not those, the Suicide Squad making even a small cameo, or there's so many in Birds of Prey, a small cameo.
They say no in this report. Right?
I know.
Yeah.
So I was thinking, all right, what are the odds that we never see him again?
Right.
Knowing how much he's said over and over, I would like to still play the Joker. I want to still play the Joker. I'm kind of changing my tune a little bit now because
this is detailed. This is very detailed.
And also, like you're saying, I think Todd Phillips has been open to a Joker too. I think that Joaquin is now opening up to that. I think based off of the Batman's timing, they could share a universe.
Yeah.
Now, if we have Batman and Joker in the same universe, what the fuck are we doing with Jared Leto?
Right.
I actually liked him, and I feel bad for him because I think he was reading the tea leaves, and when he found out this project was happening, he was like, Joaquin's going to crush this.
Yeah.
Like, he knew what was going to happen, and when
He
Warner
tried
Brothers did not.
He tried to shut it down.
He
tried to shut it down.
He knew. He knew. I mean, if I was cast in a role and then Charlize Theron was cast in the role, I would be like, uh-oh. Because, it's not like you're sitting there thinking, there's a chance he flops this. It's Joaquin Phoenix. That's the biggest person you could put.
Nobody's going to be talking about me anymore.
Nobody.
Yeah.
So I get why he tried to shut it down. I do think it's incredibly unfortunate that he was not given the opportunity to shine the way I think he deserved.
Yeah.
He's not my favorite performer in that role, but I still think it was good enough, and he wasn't given the same opportunity.
Well, the other thing in this report that I found interesting was that he made a lot of those choices himself for the Joker, and they bombed through to some of the fans, and it bombed through the execs, and it definitely bombed through the director who cut out a lot of his stuff.
Did not bomb financially, though.
No, not the movie. Not the movie. But his performance and even the stuff that he was doing, because he was a minor character as opposed to all the anti-heroes inside of it. And a lot, even though they'll probably not say it publicly, but from what they say is that it pissed off a lot of the actors too. The method stuff that he was doing, sending the rats, doing all that.
That was disgusting. Yeah. Ejaculating into condoms and sending them to Margot Robbie in sticky magazines. I mean, fuck off.
Right.
I mean, we were all 16 once, but we're not that anymore.
If Me Too had started a couple of years earlier, he would have gotten fired from the set.
From doing
straight up.
Right.
I really believe that's true.
Right. So, but couple that with all of this shit, it just. I don't think Warner Bros. At this point is like, we don't get him. We got Joaquin now, and to him, he'll move on to something else. He's a great actor.
Here's the thing: there are two, 3, 4, whatever people in Hollywood that are well known as being like the most method actors, right? Leto and Joaquin Phoenix come to mind every single time. That's the situation. Joaquin Phoenix is, I mean, you could argue with like top 5, 10 actors of all time.
All time?
Dude,
I put him today.
Today, I'm okay. Today. Top 25 all time?
Yeah.
Yeah. And listen, I haven't seen Joker yet, but I will say I was talking to my father-in-law this weekend. He's like, I fell asleep. I was like, well, we are from the same family, even though we're not totally related. Right. I know that I will fall asleep in Joker depending on when I see it. You
still haven't seen it, okay.
I'm going to go see it alone this week because Amanda does not want to see it.
That's interesting.
Yeah, Amanda does not want to see it. Her friends have all told her that they didn't like it. A lot of my friends that don't work in this space did not like the Joker at all.
A lot of my friends did not like it either.
My mother-in-law loved it. My father-in-law did not like it. My dad saw it, did not like it. My buddies from home text me like, why didn't you tell us this movie was like this? And I was like, I did. You asked me. I told you. Fuck. How am I responsible for this? And a lot of people, again, outside of our space, like DC movie news kind of people.
Right.
No, not a fan.
Right. Well, they're expecting something else, I think. They're expecting they're expecting Jack Nicholson Joker.
Yeah.
Also, keep in mind, going back to Jared Leto for a second, because the only reason I really know this is because I've been doing DC movie news for the last 5 years, so every week.
Oh, good for you, Roxy. Cool show.
Thank you, Christian.
Thanks for having me on.
There was about a year.
Oh, good.
You want to come on DC movie news?
That would be amazing. He was on Jedi Council. He was on Jedi Council and crushed.
Yeah.
And Rule 2, he came on.
Now
Did you do the same thing?
No, I just came in and said I liked Solo. Which I did.
Okay, so for about a year and a half, maybe just a year after Suicide Squad came out, every week we reported a new article with Jared Leto being upset. He was incredibly vocal about how upset he was that he was cut out of a lot of the movie. I, at the time, said over and over, you don't bite the hand that feeds you. I do not think Warner Brothers liked that.
Right.
The movie is making a piss ton of money. It's doing incredibly well, not critically, but financially.
You're talking about Suicide Squad.
Suicide Squad. Warner Brothers is stoked on that. And Jared Leto, every week in the press, they cut
I'm not in it.
I'm not in it. I don't know why. There's more scenes. You should have seen this. There was stuff with me and Margot Robbie that you guys missed. Why are you doing that?
Right. He's trying to play to the audience. And
I thought that was so stupid.
Yeah, I don't disagree.
And clearly, why would Warner Brothers want that or like that?
Right. And that's why when he finds this, and he's even more vocal when he finds that they're doing a movie without him, because it probably was a lot easier because of all that. Todd Phillips was, I want to do this. But, again, the most interesting part to me was that thing where they said, yeah, it's a smaller movie. It'll kind of go away. Then we can focus on the other stuff we still do, the Jared stuff. And then once it became this juggernaut, you'd be an idiot to say, oh, you know what? Let's take a risk with the guy that people didn't. Some people liked him, but they didn't love him. To this guy who just made $700 million, it's like, let's find another way to get him incorporated. The Batman movie with Matt Reeves, is that taking place in the 90s? Is that what
There's been rumors about that, but they've also been debunked.
We don't know.
Yeah, we don't know when it's taking place, but I don't know. Based on the time period of Joker and where they set it, I mean, because we've also heard it's outside of the DCU, the Batman is. I think they can work it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think about, so this Joker was 1981, I believe was the year that the movie took place.
Was it 81?
I think it was 81. How old would you guys say that Bruce was in this movie?
Like 9.
No, he's probably a little, I think 11 or 12. I'd say 11.
Okay, so
I didn't see the movie.
So if Batman is in the 90s, say it's in the late 90s.
Could be 27, 28.
Could you say that Robert Pattinson could be that age?
Yeah.
So that's how I'm doing it in my head.
That's how I'm doing it too, yeah.
And I'm not saying that he's going to appear in this because I think that there is very, very little
chance,
shot.
but it could work. Yeah, and how cool would it be if you see a picture of his dad and it's the dude who played him in Joker?
Yeah.
Like that would, you'd be like, oh, that's the reveal, how they did it.
That would
Holy
be-
shit.
Well,
that
the
would be
Batman-
wild.
And they're talking about it being parts in Arkham, you know, where we might have a Riddler, we might have Penguin. He might be going to Arkham to interview somebody in Arkham Asylum. What if he passes by a cell and there's Joker?
Or it just says Arthur and he's gone.
Yeah.
At the end of
Or
it,
something
he's
like
escaped.
Yeah,
it's
a
but it's
flash.
Could be
Arthur,
a post-credit scene. Yeah.
Either way, it could be exciting. But it's probably, I agree with you. It probably won't happen, but they could make it work if they want.
I think Matt Reeves is probably like,
not yet.
Let me do my movie. Like
Right.
this was I know that now you have a huge success on your hands, but this
Right.
was never in the conversation,
Right.
and I've got a plan, and you guys signed off on it. So just like chill for a minute.
As somebody who's a regular contributor on DC Movie News, and
She was
fan
great on
of-
that show. Really good.
Thanks,
It
man.
wouldn't be the first time somebody said they were a contributor.
And a huge fan of all things Aquaman. I will say, when I saw the first picture of Jared Leto as Joker in the Suicide Squad, I was like, this is going to be horrendous. Just off the picture.
You were super not
the
alone.
Tattoo.
The tattoo, right? And as like,
They
again,
almost had ha 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 tattoos. You see that one image that
I think I would
dropped?
I would have preferred
as somebody
that over
who
damage.
constantly gets heckled for making fun of people with neck and face tattoos, I saw that, and again, a lot of times I am the casual fan. Okay, I'm just the dude. Like, I don't know any of this stuff. When I saw Jared Leto's Joker, I was like, what? What is this? 1, 2, who approved this?
Right, and why does he have silver teeth?
What's going on?
You know,
It's so much Joker.
but that's kind of what I'm talking about, Josh, in terms of you didn't have as much of a chance. Because I agree with all the shit that he was doing on set, all of the bad. I'm not loving it.
He had a fade.
But that's not his choice.
Yeah.
I heard it was that he was making all those choices with the tattoos and all that stuff. And they went with it.
He does not have the authority to be like, I am 100% looking like that. Nobody else has an option.
No, that's true. But it's not to say he didn't suggest it, come up with his look, and then it was approved.
Possibly.
It could have been collaboration.
Possibly, but then I don't know how you are a fan of the Joker and you're like, that's the look.
When you're
that
playing,
we should go with that look.
When you're playing that iconic of a character, like we all saw John Schnepp's documentary. Obviously, Nicolas Cage had a lot of input into what his Superman was going to look like.
Yeah.
Jared Leto is playing the most iconic character in the movie.
Yeah.
Clearly,
And
He
coming
just wanted
off
to
of
look
Heath
different.
Ledger's.
and coming off of Heath Ledger's,
He wanted to look different.
Yeah.
He was like,
he got that.
We've done a less is more. We've done a clown. He was like,
He looked like Post Malone
He did.
Yeah.
mixed
did.
with testosterone.
Well,
Okay.
we talked a lot about it, and
hair.
I'm curious what you guys think about it. Whether you're watching this on the clip out or whether you're watching live today or on the replay, give us your thoughts, your comments. Do you think that Leto is done? Do you think he should be done? Do you want to see more with him, or do you think that we should see another Joaquin movie? Because there are a lot of people who think it's better as a one-off. So give us your thoughts. Make sure you comment. Do all that.